What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we've got another live fantasy football mock draft for you back on ESPN with a 12-team full PPR mock where we will be drafting 5th overall, so it should be pretty interesting. And until we get to our pick, a quick reminder, if you guys enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. Let us hear in the comment section your thoughts along with any other questions you guys might have. We will do our best to answer them all. But with that being said, let's get into it. The first 3 picks have been made. They are Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey, and Cooper Kupp. So, look, we're in a situation where the first 3 out of the 4 picks were pass catchers, wide receivers specifically in Jefferson, Chase, and Cooper Kupp. 5th overall here, I'm looking pretty because I was going to be taking either Kupp or McCaffrey or Ekeler. I've said this before. I'm perfectly fine taking Austin Ekeler 1st overall. In fact, I think I've done that before in a couple other mocks. Here, I get him 5th overall. I think that's a really, really good value. I realize that the goal isn't for every single one of these mock drafts for me to be getting the same players over and over and over. But look, another goal is to be preaching value and to be preaching taking the best player on the board. And I think by far and away, Austin Ekeler was one of those guys, especially in full PPR, especially when you consider how important that position is. I didn't hesitate with Austin Ekeler there. 5th overall seems like we are stealing. So I like that value for us. Travis Kelce went 6th overall, followed by Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, and Devontae Adams. I don't like Derrick Henry going this early on. Again, Bijan Robinson is still on the board. Bijan Robinson, I think, should be drafted ahead of Derrick Henry 10 times out of 10. You can make the case for Saquon Barkley as well in full PPR scoring. So that's where I stand on that topic. Devontae Adams gets into the 1st round, depending on the size of your leagues, depending on people being worried about the health of one Jimmy Garoppolo. Adams had been, a discount top tier wide receiver that you could get outside of the 1st round. We'll see if that, kind of gets corrected and he gets back into the 1st round come late July, August. But that is an interesting trend, which I had been taking advantage of. Maybe, again, come September, it'll be a lot tougher to do so. Then Stephon Diggs goes 10th overall, followed by Bijan Robinson, 11th, another great value pick, followed by A.J. Brown. I don't like the A.J. Brown selection. This isn't standard scoring. It's full PPR. To me, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown are, ranked higher on my full PPR rankings compared to A.J. Brown. And then, oh man, you guys can't see me, but I'm rubbing my head as I read the name Josh Allen with the 1st pick in the 2nd round. That's an awful pick. I'm going to say this every single time. I see a quarterback go in the 2nd round, especially with the 1st pick in the 2nd round. I don't care if you guys are sick of me saying this, but it's the truth. That's just not the way you do this. A quarterback in the 2nd round when there's so many other players. I mean, look at the players that were passed on to draft Josh Allen. You had Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I'm going to take here. I am very, very happy with that selection. And also, let's compare where Jalen Hurts goes. And as soon as I say Jalen Hurts, he goes with the 9th pick in the 2nd round. That's crazy. All the top tier quarterbacks, the top 3 guys, Mahomes, Allen, and Jalen Hurts won in the 2nd round. Ludicrous. I'm going to continue to take, discounts on guys like Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, etc., and not waste top tier draft capital on the other guys that we just mentioned. Jonathan Taylor went 2nd in the 2nd round. He's an interesting case. We really are going to have to see what happens with him. He requests a trade. I don't think he's going to get traded. How that gets resolved, I doubt he sits out. It's really going to screw up his contract situation next year in terms of if he can be restricted or not. Then Saquon Barkley, another great value in 3rd pick in the 2nd round. Nick Chubb, I like it. Patrick Mahomes, I mentioned before, 5th pick in the 2nd round. I don't like that. CeeDee Lamb, 6th pick. Garrett Wilson, 7th. And then we got Amon-Ra St. Brown because of it. Jalen Hurts with the 9th pick, then Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Waddle, Breece Hall, and Devontae Smith. There's 2 picks until our next selection. And, I'm just thinking of the players that I would like to make it to us. And, probably at the top of the list, Chris Olave, right? He would be on that list. Travis Etienne is intriguing, but I don't know. If this person goes with an auto selection, then we probably missed out on Travis Etienne. I'm going to wait on running back if I miss out on Etienne. And actually, Etienne is available for me here because Aaron Jones just got selected. If we don't take Chris Olave now, we will miss out on him. But I do think Travis Etienne here is a decent value pick. I like the Jacksonville offense. I think it's going to, take the next step forward. Let's take a shot on Travis Etienne here, pair him up with Austin Ekeler. I think Etienne, another solid PPR type of running back. So we have 2 running backs. We've got a solid top 10 wide receiver, in my opinion, in Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then, we'll see what we can do in the 4th round as far as our wide receiver 2, as far as flex positions, maybe tight end. But so far, so good, honestly. I'm pretty happy with the way this thing has shaped up for us. Joe Mixon and then DK Metcalf were the next 2 picks after our ETN selection, and Najee Harris. I anticipate here the next top running backs are going to go Ramondre Stevenson, Jahmyr Gibbs. Chris Olave is going to go as well here. At this point, anywhere he goes, I think is a steal. Honestly, I would have picked him early on in the 3rd round if Etienne wasn't there. So there goes Gibbs with the 11th pick in the 3rd round. Right now, Miles Sanders maybe can get back to us. I would really like that start as far as running backs are concerned. If we come out of the 4 rounds with our running backs looking like Ekeler, Etienne, and then Miles Sanders, and of course, as soon as I say the name, it's funny. The last pick in the 3rd round was Chris Olave, and then the first pick in the 4th round, Miles Sanders. That's my type of drafter right there, man. Those are 2 players that I'm very, very high on. I'm curious who they picked with. Okay, that's the person that drafted Josh Allen. So other than that Josh Allen pick, I mean, great selections, but it is what it is, I guess. Deebo Samuel here with the 2nd pick in the 4th, Amari Cooper. Keenan Allen is still there. Mark Andrews just got selected. So right now, I'm kind of looking at this thing. I don't want to go fully all in on the Chargers offense, but I think Keenan Allen at the end of the 4th round is a pretty good value pick, especially in full PPR scoring. Once he was healthy last year, Keenan Allen was putting in work. DeAndre Hopkins just got selected. I'm looking at wide receivers right now. Keenan Allen's at the top of the board. Calvin Ridley is a guy that I also really like. Marquise Brown is somebody that I like. I feel like either way, whether we go Keenan Allen and then Calvin Ridley, we might be double dipping on some of these offenses. But I think I'm going to preach value. I realize we're banking on a couple of offenses, two guys from the same offense, but I'm a believer in those offenses. I'm a believer in those players. So as crazy as it might sound, if Calvin Ridley is there for me in the 5th round, I think he's getting added to this squad. We went with Keenan Allen first here just because the way the rankings are. But, other than that, looking at this group of players, I think we went in the right direction. TJ Hawkinson was just selected. Don't get me wrong, I really like TJ Hawkinson, but I think maybe in the 6th round we can still get maybe a Kyle Pitts, maybe a Dallas Goedert, and here, in the 4th, 5th round, get a couple of wide receivers, get a couple of guys that are pretty good value picks. So that's the way this thing is going. Again, these first 4 selections, I like what we're building here. Marquise Brown is somebody that I've been talking up a lot before. James Conner also when healthy, very, very solid. So this is a good situation. Ooh, there goes Calvin Ridley. So we're not going to have a chance to go, stack happy in terms of getting Ridley and Etienne. And then if we wanted to be really bold, we could have gotten Justin Herbert and or Trevor Lawrence to complete the trifecta of the Uber stack. That would have been something, but no, that will not be the case. So here, Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, what are we looking at here? I think that we could potentially get, unless there's a run on the quarterback position, I don't want to take a quarterback right now in the 5th round. I'm going to stay true to what I've been saying, kind of in that 6th round range, I think is a sweet spot. James Conner here, Marquise Brown, I'm between one of these two guys. I think that I'm probably going to go with James Conner. Yeah, I'm going to go with James Conner. Again, get some more depth at the running back position. There's a couple of wide receivers afterwards that I still really like. So, it's splitting hairs. Marquise Brown is a great pick as well. DJ Moore was also there. I actually have Marquise Brown ranked ahead of DJ Moore, but that's a conversation for another time. I just think he's going to be, more consistent in terms of volume. And I think that Kyler Murray is going to be back sooner rather than later. So that's the reasoning there. We got James Conner. As long as he stays healthy, I think James Conner is going to be a very, very solid play. I really do. I think behind Marquise Brown, he's the next best option on this team. I think he's going to get decent pass catching work as well. And yeah, I like that investment there. So, I think right now this is really a team with a lot of the guys that, are my guys heading into 2023, like Amon-Ra, Keenan Allen at his value, Austin Ekeler, James Conner at their current values, especially per these ESPN rankings. So I like what we're working with here. We've got 7 more picks until we make another selection. I'm curious how that's going to break for us. I'll probably take a quarterback here. I think we've gotten to that point in time. It'll be between quarterback and tight end. Maybe I'll see what the competition has in terms of their teams. So this person selecting after me already has a quarterback and a tight end. Interesting. This person does not have a quarterback, does have a quarterback, does not have a quarterback. So there's 2 teams without quarterbacks. Darren Waller and George Kittle just got selected. Interesting situation. So we're probably going to go with, Kyle Pitts, Dallas Goedert, Trevor Lawrence is there. I'm almost certain that a quarterback will be selected by one of these people. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Maybe the decision will get made for us. Dallas Goedert, Justin Herbert just got selected. I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence here. Get my next kind of last top tier quarterback in this tier range. So we're getting Trevor Lawrence to pair him up with Travis Etienne. Whenever I do the stacks, I really like getting the stack of quarterback and running back. I think that's the preferred stack, because you pretty much guarantee you're going to get that touchdown when they're in the red zone, assuming they do score. Dalvin Cook just went. There goes Kyle Pitts. I figured, if we went with a tight end, we'd miss out on the quarterback and vice versa, but it's okay. I was kind of prepared for that situation. I think Alvin Kamara here is a really good value pick as well. I will probably go in that direction, and then afterwards queue up a tight end, do something like that, because we're getting some auto picks here. I don't want to start, sitting through defenses, kickers, things of that sort. But yeah, I think by far and away right now, Alvin Kamara is the top choice. If he's not there, Michael Pittman, James Cook would be my next 2 probably players of choice. Deshaun Watson just got selected. There goes Michael Pittman. So James Cook or Alvin Kamara will be there for me. It'll be one of those 2 guys. Tight end, there's been a teardrop now. Yeah, I'm going to wait at this point in time. I'm fine waiting. Ooh, there goes Alvin Kamara. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. Right? Big name kind of just sitting there. So Can't say that I'm shocked. I'm going to go with the upside here. I'm going to go in James Cook as far as running backs are concerned. So let's do that. And then, yeah, we really just have a tight end left. And otherwise, our starting roster is complete. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Austin Ekeler, Travis Etienne, and James Conner. We also added James Cook. So I think our running back depth is very good here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen. This is where we're going to be going wide receivers in the next couple of rounds because we need to get some more depth. Now, don't get me wrong. I like our two names that we currently have, but we need to get more depth. So let me queue up some names here as well for that. I doubt he's going to be there, but Brandon Ayuk, Jordan Addison. What other names are we going to be looking at? Brendan Ayuk just got selected. Michael Thomas got selected. So wide receiver, Alan Lazard, Zay Flowers. I like Elijah Moore as well. So those are just a couple of names to be considering. Jahan Dotson, George Pickens, also possibilities. Jackson Smith and Jigba. So, yeah, I'm probably going to go with Jordan Addison for the upside, though. A rookie that I really like. Tight end. I did say I'm going to queue up somebody at tight end. David Njoku, not a bad bet. With Deshaun Watson hopefully taking that next step, getting more comfortable with that offense. So Jacoby Myers just got selected. I'm drafting Jordan Addison. And then we've got David Njoku queued up. But honestly, it could be a couple of different tight ends here. Greg Dulcich, Gerald Everett, kind of fill in the blank. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this roster. Let me know your guys' thoughts. We kind of went against the grain in terms of going running back heavy to begin with. But I think it turned out all right. I think it's a solid B grade. And if some of these guys hit, then, it could be even higher. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. But in the meantime, we will see you guys in future videos.